Welcome back, everyone, to the program. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader, otherwise known as Jeff. You got this right here in the corner. We're talking Altcoin-Opoly once again. And those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to post these videos up here. It's a series I'm doing. This is number 3 that we're talking about in the series. I think there's going to be 6 parts, I believe, of this series as I get through them this week and next week or two, knock them out. It was a game I invented back in 2021, and I'll show you that game board shortly. But before I get into that, if you like videos on altcoins and crypto and all that other stuff, please like, share, subscribe, share this video with somebody. Helps us against with the algorithm, helps us to grow as a channel. It's that little things that make it matter the most. So please help that out. Leave a comment as well. That helps too. So let me share my screen and talk about Altcoin-Opoly. And here we go. All right. So I've talked, there's the whole game board. And I know it's a little bit challenging to see. But if you look at it full screen here, you get the whole Altcoin-Opoly board. There's 4 zones of the board in the different areas. The concept here was it was based on obviously the much popular game of a similar name. We're not going to say because of copyright reasons. But we have 30-ish spaces to talk about the different projects, and it kind of gives you an idea of how to think about a portfolio of altcoins if that's something you wanted to build. Now, would I go to this number? Maybe not. Maybe I go less, but it gives you an idea of these are the number of projects that I've dealt with over the years, and like my 6, 7, maybe 8 years at this point. I don't know. I've lost count how long I've been in crypto. I think it's 2016. So I guess I'm in year 7 or so. Anyway, here's the projects that I've been involved in at some point in time. I've already talked about in the first video, the transport spaces in the middle of each zone. Then I did zone 1, the cheap rent. Today, we're going to do the DeFi or zone 2. So let me jump right in. And I'm going to talk about each project. I'll also post videos up here in the corner. I know I'm over in the corner, but I'm going to post videos as well up in the corner way over there. Like a video, an older video of when I did these original videos, because I did a video on each one of these coins. So let's just jump right into it and talk and look at my notes for zone 2. Now, here's the spaces. There are 8 spaces in addition to Bitcoin Cash, which was a transport space. But there are 8 spaces here, either in the DeFi section or supply chain or anyway, it's a DeFi or supply chain. That's basically what this zone of the board was. Now, here are the projects. There was Zap and Divi. Now, Divi was working with Zap for a little while early on, but both these projects have kind of fallen off the map for me. I put them at low scores. Divi was a 3 back then. I would put Divi much lower right now, just because I don't feel a reason to that people need to go and get Divi right now. They back in that time in 2021, they had great master node solutions, getting great rewards in terms of Divi. They were a strong upward directional project. Same thing for Zap, kind of, but now they seem to have gone into a languishing direction, not a really positive. I'm not thrilled with their roadmap. I'm not thrilled with DeFi in general, to be honest with you, but there are some things in here that I do like. Now, I'll talk about the next 2 as a group, which is Origin Trail or Track, which I think it was Trace Coin, or I think it was called Trace originally. You'll see projects like when I mentioned Matic, and now it's Polygon. They rebrand from time to time, but they may keep the old ticker symbol. But Origin Trail and VeChain or VET, they both track supply chain. And what they do is they put supply chain on the blockchain. So if you hear the term like farm to table, how do you prove that? Well, if it was a record of what farm did these tomatoes grow on, who moved those, who picked those tomatoes, who packaged them, who moved them to a distributor, what distributor moved them to a co-distributor, who took them to the grocery store, and what grocery store did they wind up at before they went up on your table. If you want to know all that stuff and have traceability to it, VeChain or Origin Trail could be projects that do those things for you. Now, DOS is kind of a poor man's Chainlink, which I'll mention last. Flamingo was a type of DeFi, and Populous was, I'll say was, because it's been a very difficult project, and it's not really doing well anymore. None of these projects, I would say DOS, Flamingo, Populous, doing very well right now. Populous, they did accounts payable, accounts receivable, kind of like when a business has to borrow against invoices. That's what Populous tried to do on chain. There have been other projects that are doing that in the blockchain, like, well, I won't get into it because they weren't on the Altcoin-Opoly. I'm not going to mention projects that aren't on the board in these videos. This is only about what's on the board. So here is a quick link, a chain link. I'm going to mention chain links, and I'm going to highlight the ones I like going forward in a moment. But Chainlink is one that I like going forward. You can see it's got one of the higher scores here. Chainlink or link is an oracle. What is an oracle? Well, when you do DeFi and you have these decentralized finance exchanges or DEX, you need the ability to say, what's the price of something? You don't have a marketplace to say Bitcoin is 30,000 or 29.5 or 31.5. You don't know. So what you do is you ask an oracle. An oracle goes out and gets as much information as they can to try and find the fair market price of something. Could be Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Chainlink itself. Who knows? But that's what Chainlink does. It looks across different platforms and different exchanges to find the true price of something. That's what an oracle does. Now, Chainlink still lives on the Ethereum blockchain. That's one of the things I have against it because it needs Ethereum to survive. But there are many other projects that can move from Ethereum to another platform. You could move to Matic, could move to, I won't mention all the different platforms, but I will mention on them, some of them in the next video in Zone 3. But Chainlink is one that I like going forward because it's the #1 oracle. They just launched a new standard. I can't remember. I think it's the ICPP or something. It's some kind of standard that they want people to adopt to use more Chainlink and become even more pervasive as being the leader of being an oracle. That's what Chainlink wants to accomplish. Now, highlighting the zones that in Zone 2, the things that I like going forward. Now, I'll highlight VeChain and Chainlink. I think supply chain is extremely important to watch. I mentioned why I like Chainlink and the oracle. They are the leader. They are the #1 oracle. It's going to be needed for DeFi and decentralized finance and DEXs going forward. And that new standard, I think, will be a help to that project. VeChain still has a ton of influence. They're big in advertising with the UFC. They're out there. They moved from China, and I think they're in Europe now. I don't know. I think Eastern Europe. I'm not sure exactly where, but they're not necessarily a Chinese per se company, which is a good plus in the blockchain world, I believe. So I think that going forward of these, if I was going to pick a couple out of Zone 2, I would lean towards Chainlink and VeChain. Not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. And I say that in every video or it's in the description. But this is not financial advice. But if I was going to pick 2 of these projects going forward, I like VeChain, which had a 4, and Chainlink had a 4 of a rating. Track, I would put that a 3rd, and it's worth a gamble if you wanted to. And obviously, altcoins can be viewed as a gamble, because if you didn't want to gamble and just said, because an altcoin is a gamble on trying to beat Bitcoin. So I think Origin Trail could outpace VeChain, possibly. So, and it's much cheaper than VeChain. So that might be worth investigating, taking a look, watch my old video, see if you like it, see if it's worthwhile. But these are the 2 spaces I like as a DeFi, maybe 3. And those are some of the details I wanted to share on that particular aspect of Altcoin-Opoly. Now, again, I've got 2 more videos to make, at least, probably 3, where we do Zone 3 and Zone 4. And then I talk about my top 7 or 8 altcoins going forward based on Altcoin-Opoly. Now, I've got others that I want to talk about that I'm probably going to save for my subscribers because that's newer information. But these are the projects that I like. And this is some of the history of how, I know a lot about altcoins. It's not a surprise to anybody that has watched my videos over the years. I do know a lot about altcoins. They serve a purpose. You want to know what their use case is. There are ways to really understand an altcoin. And some of that is described in the Becoming Your Own Bank video and learning about crypto in our course. It's available for 50% off on the ticker and in the description. So lots said today. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to read every comment. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. But with all that said, I'm going to close the door in the bureau, say follow the leader, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.